All right. Well, hope this is recording. Yeah, it looks like it. Got my selfie stick, but this is an interesting point in my life. I left Los Angeles to take care of my parents after getting divorced. Sometimes things in life they just don't work out the way you want it to, and that's unfortunate, but it's part of life. And you learn from it and you move on. And at least I was able to spend a couple of years with my mom before she died, and a couple of years with my stepdad, just him and me, which was really nice. And got to live in the UK and make friends, and come out here to the Philippines. And my mom set this up, and she had friends that she'd been friends with for over 40 years. Never had any problems. Did business deals together, lent each other money, paid each other back, partied together, traveled around the world together. My mom was on the phone with my aunt whose house I'm staying with. She was on the phone with her for pretty much every day for 40 years, almost. And they went everywhere together. They went to Colorado, bought land, sold it, which was a shame because that was Colorado Springs way before it ever got developed. If they'd kept it, it would have been worth a lot of money. But, hindsight's 2020, or as I like to say, 50-50. But, here I am at this point, and I'm a little disappointed. My people that were helping my mom and helping me, they didn't really care. I'm not their blood, and my mom's gone, and they got greedy and started doing things that weren't really right. And so I had to go and get a lawyer to help me out. So I'm not really losing everything, but it's not the greatest situation, and it's been a fun year. I've had a great year out here in Santa Elena. I mean, this is a beautiful place. I look at this. This is incredible out here. I'm in the tropics. People would pay lots of money to have the experience that I'm having. I've got a great motorcycle. I built it up just like my dad showed me. I rode to Santa Elena. I gotta still go back to Santa Elena. I'll try and make a vlog video of the road out there because it's an epic ride. It really is. Going through jungle and rainforest along the coast, seeing all kinds of things, monkeys and whatever else is out there. But I'm coming to the end of my trip here in the Philippines, at least for a while. That I got to go back to the UK for a while, and at least I got friends there that I know will help me out and get back on my feet. And you know, I know no matter what, I'm gonna be okay. I know there's people out there that are hoping I fail. They're gonna hear about what happened to me out here, and they're gonna laugh and say I told you so. They're gonna have a good old time at my expense. But I didn't really lose. I still got the house. There's still stuff I could salvage out of this whole mess. And ultimately, I did this all for my parents. This was my mom's dream. My dream was to stay in California and become a helicopter pilot, and maybe work as an EMT, maybe work my way up to paramedic, or get a job doing border patrol or law enforcement or something. I tried joining the army and that didn't work out. I ended up getting run over, almost lost my leg, but I still bounced back and made something out of it. Now I'm out here in the Philippines having an incredible time out here. It's an incredible adventure, learning how to live in the jungle, doing things, seeing things that most people wouldn't even be brave enough to try. So I don't have to worry about the people who are hoping for me to fail, because those people in the end, they don't matter. What's going on in their head has nothing to do with me. They're just trying to make themselves feel better. So if anybody's out there going through the same experience and they're struggling, and You know, people are, the fake friends that are smiling while they're trying to stab you in the back and trip you up and sabotage you. You know, those people don't matter. The people that are really there for you when you're down, those are the people that matter. My friends in LA, my friends in the UK, maybe they're not always able to help me with everything that I need, but, at least they're there. Even when I'm down, even when I got nothing to offer, at least, they'll pitch in, they'll lend a hand, any way they can. And those are the people that you got to spend your time with. Those are the people that you got to give back to, you know, and any of the other people that, they're there just to watch you fail so that they can make themselves feel better. You owe it to yourself to show them that they're wrong. You owe it to yourself to make sure that they're disappointed that you didn't fail, or even when things got bad, you still bounced back and made things work. Because ultimately, in the end, you owe all the things to yourself that are good in life. So no matter what your struggles are, just keep going. Like, I think it was Steve Harvey that said, if you're going through hell, keep going. I mean, who wants to stay in hell? So I'm gonna end the video here, and actually gonna record some other stuff. But anyway, if you're out there, hopefully you're having a good time, and if not, then maybe you might see this video, and maybe it'll help you feel a little better. Maybe give you some insight or something. I don't know. I try to be a positive inspiration to people. While I've got this platform and this incredible opportunity in this beautiful place. I mean, it's just so beautiful looking out over the sea. I believe that's the Philippine Sea behind me, or it might be the I think that actually goes out towards the Pacific Ocean that way. But in any case, I just got to keep on moving, even when it's baby steps. As long as you keep moving forward, it doesn't matter how slow your progress is. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.